Hello, and thank you for tuning back into Her Words of Truth podcast. I just wanted to talk real quick about something that is trending right now. And honestly, I don't see what the big deal about it is, but I will speak on it. So, multi-talented pastor and musician Deitrick Haddon celebrated his 50th birthday this weekend with his wife and, friends and guests. And they were posting all weekend, putting up videos and pictures of the event and everything. And they did post a video, and it was of his wife, Dominique Haddon, twerking on him. I follow both of them on social media, so I knew it was going to be a matter of time before people started with the negative comments and, well, you're supposed to be a Christian and, those type of messages. And sure enough, they came, and there's a lot that people have to say about how they should keep that private and, behind closed doors and things like that. I don't see anything wrong with it. That's a man who loves his wife. That's a wife who loves her husband. And they're just outwardly showing it, at a party that they're in celebration. I don't see the problem. There's nowhere that it says that you have to be private with your affection and, certain things can't be seen outwardly and publicly. They are a married couple. Now, had you said that they were just dating or were even engaged at this point and something like that, went up, maybe, just maybe, the church people would have a right to say something about it. But this is a married couple. They have been married for years. They have 3 children together. This is their life. Just because they are in ministry does not mean that they can't express themselves. And this was an event, and he explained when he posted that he was going to have this 50th birthday party that, it was going to be a grown night. It wasn't going to be like a churchy event. So I don't see why everyone is making a big deal about it. He did address it. He did go on the Willie Moore Jr. show, and he was explaining basically how he feels that more people need to express this because a lot of marriages are being lost within religion and within the church, and that it should be known that it is okay to show affection and express how you feel with your loved one. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. They are a married couple. They were celebrating his birthday. It was a party, she was dancing with her man. I don't see anything wrong with it at all personally, and for those who do, then hey, skip the video or unfollow him if you really feel that deep about it. But there's nothing, once there is a married couple that is doing what they want to do within their relationship, there's nothing you can say about it. If you feel some type of way about the video, then that's on you. But at the end of the day, no one can judge anybody. There's plenty of people in the church who are shacking up right now who are not married, or who have children and they're not married, or they've been in a relationship for all these years. They're in the church, and they may not be following everything that the Bible says, but that doesn't mean that their relationship with God is any less. And that's the problem that no one's understanding. People are going to live how they live. At the end of the day, you can't judge the next person. Because if that's the case, everyone is doing something wrong. If everyone's looking at everybody, everyone can be accused of not living right or living, the correct way. But at the end of the day, that's between them and God. If they want to, party it up together and show their love and affection outwardly in front of other people, and when they're ready, they go and they pray together. That's exactly what he said. He said he has a wife. He can dance with his wife and twerk with his wife and have fun with her. But that's the same wife that sits and prays with him and holds him down. So I don't see anything wrong with it personally. But, there are those people that do feel that there was an issue with it. And like I said, if that's the case, unfollow them. If you believe that's, contradictory to their ministry and the message that they're spreading, then, don't follow them. Don't go to their services, whatever the case may be. But I've also seen things that they do, in their ministry, for singles, for couples, and the point is to explain and to teach you. A lot of people now, that are being drawn into the church and into, relationships with Christ are young people. They are not all these people that are, fully clothed and, Bible-toting people. Sometimes you have to reach the masses. And if that's their way, people were saying in the different comments and different posts and everything, they were making comments about being worldly and hanging with the people of the world and then trying to be in church. It's nothing wrong with that. How do you think you're going to get those people to church? How do you think you're going to draw those people to God if you don't reach them where they're at? And that's what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, it's a married couple. They can do what they want to do. If people have a problem with it, unfollow them. Skip their posts. Don't like the post. Whatever the case may be. But I don't think it should be a thing. And Deitrick Haddon also mentioned that he didn't understand why it became so big, on his caption, because he did he put a clip of the Willie Moore Jr. Interview, and he basically in the caption was saying he doesn't apologize for it at all, but he doesn't know why it became news all of a sudden. And I agree. That's just someone enjoying their night, enjoying their birthday celebration, and all of a sudden it's a headline. I don't understand it. But leave these folks alone. Let them live their life. And whatever issues they have, they'll take it up with God, and God will handle it with them. But that is not for anyone else to judge or say anything about. Thanks again for tuning into Her Words of Truth podcast. And, if you have a response or any commentary for me, email me at herwordsoftruth@gmail.com, and I'll definitely come back on and we'll address, your comments and your thoughts. Thanks again for tuning into Her Words of Truth podcast.